Ok, muchachos, decir las instrucciones ahí abajo. Los tazones están un poquito altos, así que aquí está perfecto. Ok, dense la mano, buena suerte y
Ranging tall. He's not letting an arm get his rhythm. He's boxing very smart. If you look at the natural athleticism, Illinois is phenomenal. His balance, his balances, his legs, everything. One of the most coordinated athletes I've ever saw.
Yeah, and you know, like you said, phenomenal. You saw the quick left hook, the speed,
And balance, always.
he's just remarkable. It's amazing if really a fighter with natural talent can get away with mistakes and isn't technically superior to world-class opponents.
instead of just an old lame fighter. All of those punches he threw, nothing was effective as far as landing on Demarco. And Demarco's
Boxing's all about. Triple left hook by Linares.
So far, Linares has shown a real fighter's mentality in the face of this blood on his face, and this guy in his face.
Cesar Chavez down the stretch, and ultimately it helped to bring him down.
You got a tall, lanky right-hander in Khan. You got a short, fast southpaw in Manny Pacquiao, but he's fighting a tall, lanky southpaw here. How do you quite, it's tough to get sparring for a guy like Demarco.
Incidentally, he hasn't yet sparred with Amir Khan.
Right.
That point should be made. He sparred 30 rounds with Pacquiao. He has not been in the ring yet with Khan. And now here comes Demarco again. The crowd is buzzing as it appears Demarco has another taste. Linares says, come on in. And the blood is bothering Demarco. Linares. The blood is flowing into his right eye.
There's a real change here, Jim. Linares is getting hit with everything. He wasn't getting hit with anything. Now he's getting hit with everything.
He's firing back, still. He's still firing back.
Blocking and slipping, blocking a couple, getting hit with a lot. If they make it out of this one, the 12th round will be high drama. But there's still a minute to go in the 11th.
Demarco.
Hard right hand by Demarco. After a body shot by Linares. Linares' entire face, a mask of blood. He lands a right hand in return and backs Demarco up.
What a round.
It's become a potential fight of one candidate.
It's one of the best rounds you can see. Linares seemingly badly hurt in the nose with a right hand by Demarco moments ago.
Amazing shot by Demarco. How did Linares stay up? He's going to stop the fight and give Demarco a TKO victory. Amazing show from Vegas win for Linares. Overwhelming setback for Demarco. Overwhelming setback for Jorge Linares, who is broken-hearted in his corner.
He fought his heart out.
He fought his heart out.
I think those injuries had a lot to do.
Early in the fight, he looked amazing. This is the second time now Linares has stepped up against a young, hungry fighter. And in spite of an incredible package, he somehow seems to be less than the sum of his parts. It's his second loss.
He didn't do anything wrong tonight. I thought he fought great. He looked, I would still have the same confidence as him.
Before announcing the winner, a round of applause for this great display of courage here tonight. Referee Raul Cargis Sr. calls a halt to the bout at 2 minutes, 32 seconds of round number 8.